We've got the Kia EV9, it's all electric.
And we have an update for you if you think your panel in your house can't support an EV charger.
Zach's holding on. Woo-hoo-hoo! There is something about that instant acceleration with an EV.
There is something, Andrea. It's called my breakfast just went up here. I don't like that feeling. There's a few things that irritate me about this car. I'm going to say it right now, Andrea. The stupid door handles irritate me. I feel better now. I got that off my chest. Okay, we do have a solution for a charging problem. We're going to tell you about that in a moment. Right now, though, what is powering this EV9?
There are two all-wheel drive options. The more powerful one has 502 horsepower and 545 pound-feet of torque. It has a 99.8 kilowatt-hour battery with 418 kilometers, 216 miles of range. The second all-wheel drive option has the same battery size but less power, 379 horsepower and up to 516 pound-feet of torque. It does get more range though, 455 kilometers, 280 miles. Now, in the US, the GT, more powerful option will not be available at this time, but Canada still gets it.
Now, the rear-wheel drive models are the range and value leaders with a 76.1 kilowatt-hour battery, 370 kilometers, 230 miles of range. You get 218 horsepower, 258 pound-feet of torque. The other one with the larger battery Andrea mentioned gets 491 kilometers or 305 miles of range. That is 203 horsepower, 258 pound-feet of torque. One of the issues people have with EVs, Andrea, there's like a whole spreadsheet you got to go through. The range, the price, all-wheel drive, rear-wheel. It's more head, not heart.
Yes, it is. There's a lot of figures to take in there, but this is what people are looking for when they want to purchase an electric vehicle.
So now we move from the head to the heart. All the nice features that come standard with the EV9.
The base trim comes with a 12.3-inch touchscreen with navigation, a 12.3-inch driver display, wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, wireless charger, a digital key, 8-way power front seats with lumbar support, heated and ventilated front seats, leatherette upholstery, second row one-touch tilt, fold and slide, 7-passenger seating, and a smart power liftgate.
Oh, she's big.
She's a biggie.
And heavy.
Yep.
And that comes with a driving dynamic that you kind of have to get used to. What's your first takeaway on EV9?
Comfortable, smooth. But if you are dealing with rougher roads, we don't have so many of those in Vancouver. Because of that heavier battery, you do feel some imperfections.
Okay, this is a real problem for every brand dealing with large vehicles like a 3-row SUV like this. Then you've got an almost 100 kilowatt hour battery. It's a massive battery that's very heavy. You have to mitigate the bumps.
Yeah.
And that's the balance. You have feedback, but then on some situations it can be a little bit too bumpy.
Now, this does have an available self-leveling rear suspension and an available heat pump system. If you go with that GT model, it has an electronic limited slip differential, upgraded brakes, an adaptive suspension, and exclusive GT badge front calipers. Remember we saw it, Zach, at the LA Auto Show, and it had all those neon green elements to it?
My eyes, I can't unsee it. It wouldn't be my choice, but yes, I clearly remember that. That's the performance model. Andrew mentioned it's not going to be available in the United States right away. We're kind of guessing it's probably tariff related, but at least it's coming to Canada where we have a free trade agreement with South Korea.
Yes.
All right, so Andrea, this is what gets everybody excited about EVs. We're just coming up at highway speeds now. Before we do that, what do you have to put it in?
Well, you got to put it in S for subscribe, and if you can hit that notification bell, you'll be notified when all of our reviews drop, and then you can watch them.
And we do this, the Couple Car Review, twice a week. The first one drops on Wednesday.
We put another one out on Saturday.
And it's the #1 thing you can do for us, and it's absolutely free. Hit it, Andrea.
There we go. Whoa, sport mode. You did say hit it, Zach.
I did, yeah.
Look at that. My hair is flowing.
Now here we're on a nice, even and smooth pavement. Now go on this lane, because this lane is the one where she's bumpy.
So you can hear it more.
You can hear it
feel
more.
it.
But this has got big ass tires on it too.
It does.
So get off this. I had enough of that.
I like the smoothness better.
Yeah, smoothness is better.
But overall, you're going to find this to be super comfortable. And these headrests, by the way,
yeah.
Holy smokes. I like to just lean back like this and cruise along on the highway.
You know what?
It does a lot well.
You know what, Andrea? I said to Andrea before we came out here, I don't want to say it, but I have to say it.
Okay.
It has a bit of a minivan vibe to it.
It does.
You know, it's big, boxy, you're sitting up, great outward visibility, all the stuff you get, just missing the doors.
Yeah.
But the good news is, I got a story to tell you. Last weekend, I went to IKEA.
I know.
Someone spotted me and didn't come and say hello.
No, but
anyway.
they sent me a DM on Instagram and said, I saw Zach, and I said, great.
I was pushing.
I was on a mission.
I bought a ton of stuff. I'm redoing the office.
Yeah.
Because my office is, an atomic bomb went off in there. So time to clean it all up. And you can see I loaded all, and that's why I'm kind of thinking minivan vibes, because it gobbled up a wardrobe, wall units, storage containers, a desk. It gobbled it all up with room to spare.
And this is quite wide, which I think is why you have that minivan feel. Interestingly enough, the BMW iX has a similar feel to it with that, you know, wider dash. So it does remind me a little bit of the way that they handle. It's very similar. Now this has a drag coefficient of 0.28 and the steering feels very good. It's not too light at all in the EV9 and you can control the regen braking with the paddle shifters if you choose.
I gotta say that I think they've done a good job on the styling because it kind of looks like the Kia family of SUVs like Telluride, but different with a twist on it.
Yeah.
It's not going to be to everybody's taste. It's a big boxy vehicle with exaggerated wheel arches, that sort of thing. I don't mind the look of it. Some people might not, but I think it looks pretty cool.
Yeah, it's really boxy, and I think that that was a good way to go because then you're getting that interior space that you want for families. This is a 6 or 7 passenger vehicle. The third row, only 2 seats. So if you go with captain's chairs, then you've got that 6 passenger.
Oh, it's not available on every trim. It's on the higher end trims. You can get the front grille that is illuminated. This one's set up to kind of match the way the headlamps look, but you can also download and pay sort of a subscription to change and customize the look. That's kind of a unique thing.
Actually, one of our viewers who owns an EV9, he said that he does that all the time. Just gives it a unique and different look. This EV9 gets 7.8 inches of ground clearance and comes standard with LED headlamps, LED tail lamps, flush door handles, Zach's favorite, power folding exterior mirrors, 19-inch wheels available 20 and 21-inch, and you get a tire repair kit, which is typical of an electric vehicle.
Okay, so why don't I like them on this car? This morning is a perfect example. Had all the camera bag and the tripod, and I go up to the back door and it recognizes I have the key. The door opens. It's like magic. It's a magic show. I put everything in. I closed the door. I didn't lock it. I just closed it. And then I walk around to the side door and it doesn't recognize me. The doors are shut. So now I got to pull the key out. You paid for the remote key, right? I pull the key out to unlock the doors and I'm like, why can't it just work? If it just had a regular door handle, as soon as I touch it, it would unlock the door.
What I do like is the way that they pull out. They do
They're
feel
chunky.
heavy and meaty, but I don't really like those flimsy ones that are offered on some electric vehicles, so I like the substance of them. The GT line adds GT line design elements, the digital lighting, grille, roof rails, black trim, including the bumpers, and then 21-inch wheels. Now the GT model has distinct exterior design elements like 21-inch high performance Continental tires, GT neon green calipers, and a unique GT lighting pattern with exclusive patterns on the active air flaps.
For some people, getting an EV is a challenge because maybe they have an older house with an older panel and you're thinking it's going to cost me a fortune to upgrade the panel to support a level 2 charger. Well, we thought we were in that same situation at our house and someone watched our video, and who watched, Andrea?
Yes, Variable Grid, and they reached out to us and said, we can help you. We have a solution for you. We spoke with Variable Grid CEO Dan Lafferty and he explained the whole system to us.
So you can imagine we monitor instantaneously how much power you're using at your house, and any available power that you're not using at that time is dedicated to your EV chargers. So we can basically give as much power to these two EV chargers based on how much power you're using at your house. People love it because they can avoid very expensive electrical upgrades. I can actually, when we installed these, we had someone take a quick look and give us what it would cost to be, upwards of $15,000 to do all of the electrical work, the permitting for BC Hydro, which is your local utility here, and all of the landscaping you need because you have what's called an underground service, so they have to trench up and bury the line.
So that was the problem for us. We didn't want to spend a whole pile of money to get a level 2 charger. Now you can have it installed on your panel for roughly the same price as everyone else.
For sure. And Kia and Variable Grid have partnered. They are going to be selling a bundle at the dealership level, and that bundle from Variable Grid includes the system and also a level 2 charger. Whether you decide to go with the standard charger or you want to go for the North American standard, that's up to you to decide. Variable Grid and Kia have partnered, and Kia dealerships will be selling the Variable Grid system and a level 2 charger as a bundle. The good news is that this bundle that you pay for can be rolled into your lease, or if you're financing a vehicle.
Yeah, so it goes into the monthly payment. Yeah. So it's great news. So contact your dealer to find out more. Do you remember we drove this in Arizona for the launch?
Yeah.
And Andrea and I both came away and said, if you covered that Kia logo with a luxury brand, you wouldn't be disappointed. This feels very upscale and luxurious, and there's no shiny hard plastic in here, beautiful materials and combinations.
Yeah, I really like how Kia has gone without high gloss piano black. We are done with that trend. We talk about it often, but this is a very modern interior, lots of technology. You've got dual 12.3-inch screens, standard wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Not a ton of buttons, but enough. You've got a volume roller, you've got your temperature gauges. I think that is fine. You don't have everything being done in the screen. Storage is terrific. You've got a floating center console. This is where your wireless charging pad is. Now, this area where you're actually hiding items away isn't huge.
I'll show you why in just a moment. All right, what about the door cards?
Door cards, you can put 2 water bottles in there, but I'm surprised that they're not wider considering how big this vehicle is.
Yeah, and this whole console open plan thing they have here is kind of why you get that minivan vibe. Available features include a heated steering wheel, driver's seat memory, driver's power relaxation seat, driver bolster adjustment, 4-way driver's lumbar support, front passenger power leg rest, second row power leg rest, 14-speaker Meridian premium audio system, surround view and blind view monitors, head-up display, ambient mood lighting, and power fold and unfold third row. Okay, here's me getting in the back seat. This is a big vehicle. You get a lot of legroom, a lot of headroom. The seats slide fore and aft. Remember I told you about the storage area being limited in the front? Well, that's because they have this cubby that slides out from the front center armrest into the rear. It's a tray on top, and underneath is another hidden compartment. How does it stack up?
The EV9 gets 41.4 inches of front row legroom and 42.8 inches of second row legroom.
Now, the third row isn't the biggest. You do have to slide the front seats forward, and when you get in there, there's just room for 2 people. I will say they are comfortable once you're in there, and they have a power feature, means you can actually recline the third row.
With the bench seat, third row legroom is 30.8 inches. With captain's chairs, you get a little more space in the third row, 32 inches. And if you go with the lounge seats, a little less, 29.9 inches.
Lifting the power liftgate on this model, you don't get a huge space behind the third row. Underneath, that's where your tire repair kit is. The nice thing on this top GT line is that all of the rear seats are remotely controlled. You can put them down from the back all electronically.
EV9 cargo capacity behind the second row is 43.5 cubic feet. Space behind the third row, 20.2 cubic feet. And overall cargo space, 81.7 cubic feet. The front trunk comes in at 3.2 cubic feet.
All right, your questions. Let's get at it.
Time now for questions, coffee, and cars.
Your questions from Instagram.
I have a feeling there are going to be some similarly impressive features to the Palisade in this one. The new Palisade does look great, and you're right, there are similar features. The Hyundai Group has really upped their game.
For example, one thing, you have the lounge chair in the front here. So if you're parked up and you're charging, you can recline with the lounge chair. It's just big and comfortable. They know how to do big, comfortable cars.
Interestingly enough, the Palisade on that top trim has Napa leather interior, but the EV9 was Kia's first vehicle to go with the sustainability strategy where they are eliminating leather. So this is leatherette and it feels quite good. EV9 is the best three-row EV on the market today. I was genuinely impressed with it after the Montreal Auto Show this year. I wish Kia will make a hybrid variant with the same unbeatable luxury features in this segment.
Well, if you think about it, Palisade, we just talked about that from Hyundai, has a hybrid coming this fall for that large three-row SUV, and it shares the same platform as Telluride, and it's going to happen. Telluride will get a hybrid, so your wish will be granted. I think maybe you're wondering about a plug-in, but they're going to have a hybrid.
No, it sounds like a hybrid, but I was just going to say your answer is Telluride.
If you want to get a question in for a future video, don't be shy. Follow along on Instagram. It's Motormouth_Andrea to also see what's going on behind the scenes. For me, it's Motormouth_Auto, and the links are below the like button.
Can these all-wheel drive models actually tow over 5,000 pounds? Up to 5,000 pounds with the right packaging on the vehicle. But the problem with EVs and towing is that you use up a lot of range quickly.
Okay, this size of vehicle, they're all pretty much, the gas models rated for 5,000 pounds. There's a few outliers there, like Durango can do 7,700 pounds, but 5,000 is the norm for this size.
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna get into all of the vital stats of the EV9.
Let's start with pricing. We'll do Canada first and then we'll move on to the US. Pricing includes freight, PDI, and fees. The base rear-wheel drive model starts at just over $63,000 and the top GT all-wheel drive is just under $88,500. In the US, the base rear-wheel drive model starts at just under $56,000 and the top trim GT line all-wheel drive is just under $72,000.
The EV9 has an 800-volt architecture with the North American charging standard and also a 10.9 kilowatt onboard charger. With a level 2 charger, it'll charge from 10 to 80% in 9 hours, depending on the battery size. With a DC fast charger and speeds up to 350 kilowatts, it'll charge from 20 to 80% in 24 minutes. Rear-wheel drive models, when properly equipped, can tow 2,000 pounds, and all-wheel drive models up to 5,000 pounds. The warranty is 5 years, 100,000 kilometers in Canada. In the US, it's 10 years or 100,000 miles. Lightning round, two things we like to see improved.
I really like how comfortable this EV is.
This is a big, loungy, luxury feeling kind of vehicle.
What I'd like to see are more bench seat options because if you go with the captain's chairs, it's just 6 passenger. May not work for everyone.
What doesn't work for me every time is the door handles. It doesn't like me, the door handles. I like regular door handles. There you go, EV company Kia. That's it. What do you guys think of the EV9?
Thanks for watching. If you like what you see, subscribe. We'll see you next time.